After hours, when you return to the Seamstress Union in the early hours of the morning, seems a completely different place. But after a normal crowd, Hans said that the bar feels desolate, almost abandoned. It's eerie, almost like the back hallways of hotels and shopping malls. But you finally have a break in your case, a sample of the Ripper's blood. You just need to find someone to help you analyze it. Now, how about we go to the downstairs dock? Without the colorful staff, its cast of regulars and posing tourist union feels hollow. The front bar and lounge are deserted except for a handful of janitors. Thank you for telling me about Mrs. Kubota. Gathered around the intimate back bar, Miss Kubota and their cutlery got over breakfast, which the lady herself is doing the cooking. The smell of soy, calf, and something resembling sausages fills the room. Let's zoom in a little bit. Let's talk to Mrs. Kubota. Ohio, would you like some? Forget me, oh my, but you look like hell. I've been working, Miss Kubota. Noting signs of your nocturnal activity, she nods. Any run you can walk away from is a good run. Helps when the other team doesn't walk away. Nah, this is a bit too nice. Good to have you back. Can tell you've been busy and see by the look on your face there's something you need. Is this about the rubber? Yep. How about no until I get something analyzed? I understand I will unlock the piano so you may go downstairs. Someone down there should be able to help you if they're awake. It's likely that you will visit the Matrix before the day is done. Can you take a sausage? Take the whole plate. Sweet. Evening, sir. What's room around town, Mr. Clue? There's more talk of the Ripper killings. Some people are saying they are hate crimes on account of the victims all being human. There's more to it than just that. Most people are ignorant bastards. What if I told you the prime suspects were an elf and a troll? Just quickly to label something a hate crime. Check the census. The city is still 66% humans. Close your eyes and throw a rock, you're more unlikely to hit a human. Doesn't make it a hate crime. Still crime though, that should be enough. The first real rise you've seen out of Mr. Clue. He arranged himself in roll of his fixed shoulders, smoothing off his jacket. Don't worry, not gonna start throwing rocks. Wouldn't want to reinforce the stereotype. Leave it to your business, sir. Yes, let's go down. Down, 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 down. The digital world. You've been doing a lot of legwork on this job, but it's going to require a trip to cyberspace and back to ID the Ripper. The Matrix. The cybernetic analog of Inside the Grid, the worldwide computer network. A digital world, information brought to life. Inside cyberspace, your avatar does all the work while your meat body is left behind. All around your avatar are pathways to all the nodes filled with data. IC, counter-intrusion programs, and other jacked-in runners. Cyberspace has many dangers as the meat world, and more locked doors, security countermeasures, and black IC that can fry a decker's brain. Every movement you make in the Matrix can be tracked if you aren't careful. Get dump shocked out and your brain gets fuzzy for a bit. Get hit by an enemy decker, and you can die. Duly noted. I'll try not to get hit. I don't have a decker upgrade, so... I think you look like you've been up all night. Action 2. Dock castles equipment is really set up for that. Could deploy a semiconductor chip. Could decode DNA using a voltage exchange instead of light. The use of highly expensive equipment which would be required otherwise. This read a journal about it, so the information is still fresh. Frankly, it should be easy. What do you want to know about it? Owner's identity. That's beyond me. All I can get you is the gene code sequence. That's where I come in. David, if you can get me the code sequence, I'm pretty sure we can track the owner down via a matrix run. Let me have the DNA you want to test. Give the blood sample. Test when David gives me the sequence, I'll check and help you trace the blood sample back to its source. Thanks, guys. No drag. Turns to Johnny excited. Wake up, Johnny boy. You've got work to do. Fantastic. If you need any gear, I'll be right here. Just got a second wind. Meet you at my rig. Fantastic. They're all happy now. The rest of I'll take a look. I have a feeling the ability to go old Decker is really fucking useful, to be honest. But they have so much stuff to upgrade. Okay, before I do this, let's see if I can find a doctor. I think I want the Decker upgrade. I don't care that I take a little hit in one way or another. Van Graaf. Nothing for me. Flight recorder. Wouldn't happen to be an Ares flight recorder, would it? Some very powerful buyers are looking for that right now. I can get rid of it for, say, 20% leaves 2000 for you. God damn it, why don't I ever have the etiquette I want? Deal. Pleasure doing business. Let me see if I can find a doctor anywhere. It would be nice if I could get the upgrade with a data link. Nope, this is just this inventory that I do not particularly care about, I might add. Okay, before I go down there, down that rabbit hole, let's get some stuff to go decking with. Even if I can't get all the stuff, maybe it will be enough to get me some of the basics. Required decking 1. Raise an exploder, expert pro. Okay, let's get decking 1 then. Or maybe 2. We'll see what I get. Rigger access? No, I don't want to go rigging, just decking, so I have access to all the kinds of shit I might come across when exploring. That's the maximum for trolls. No, it's the hit points recovered when using a medkit. Doesn't sound bad, to be honest. Enemy HP visible isn't a bad trait to have. Hit enemies by 15% when used. Okay, let's do it like this. Now I can start decking in the future, which is quite important. And let's see what is the best cyber deck I can get with my current 360 or that one. The Fuji Virtua X is actually the most useful one. It's a 523 203. I actually want to go for this one. How about I get some of these things? Programs. As long as I have 1000 remaining, I'm fine. Okay. There's so many shit and I have never done this before. I have no idea what to pay attention to. Firewall level 2, 5 squares of firewall, powerful attack directed at one target, 1 AP to a single target. Those integrity points of IC. I'll just confirm the shit I've got so far. I can't use any of this yet because I don't have the uplink thingy, but that's totally fine. Let's just go and see how it goes. Semiconductor-based gene sequencing system that David employed, we should have the information we need to track the Ripper in the Matrix. Really impressed with his results considering it was his first attempt. He's utilizing an improvement technique that he read about in a science journal and he was working for memory on minimal sleep. Sounds fascinating. Yes, maybe we can sit down with David that he can share his research, but let's stay focused. Here's what I'm thinking. Sense of DNA archives. Let's hit the decks and check into the Matrix. I can't you into private grid or easy, but I've got to warn you once we're in, could get a little rough. How much tech experience have you had? How about 0? Okay, so I only have him to go by. Best deck, easily modified for the streets. Your synapses light up as you connect your consciousness to the digital world. They aren't jacked in like Johnny. The sensation is overwhelming and electrifying. You can only imagine the way it feels for him. The arch will take us to the next node. Jacked in with a rocket craftwork. I like this. I like this. Data store head is defended by intrusion countermeasures. Ooh, prompt. Hit first enemy AC in deckers for a few rounds. Powerful attack. Reduce alarm state. Attacker expert program. Cancel. I don't want to do that. I think this is the only way I can attack, is it? I have no clue what I'm doing. Holy fuck, how the fuck am I supposed to attack this shit? I just use this stuff. Oh, so I could attack! See if there's a match for this fingerprint. Hacked. DNA database. DNA match located. 100% match. Arrest records database. Subject. Silas Forsberg. Status deceased? What the fuck? Profession, chop shop, surgical assistant. Breaking, entering, public indecency, 1 count, brought in for questioning on accusations of unlicensed plastic surgery. No charges were filed. Here we go. Autopsy records. Silas Forsberg found overdosed on a half-dozen different sedatives. Several anti-anxiety medication were also found in his system. Face was mutilated, possibly self-inflicted. Identity could not be confirmed immediately due to disfigurement. Had to check dental records to confirm. No next of kin. Large puncture wounds were found in several places on the body. Possibly large bore surgical needles. Body had been decomposed for several weeks until the landlord noticed the smell and called the police when no one answered the door. I wonder if that crazy elf keeps taking the stuff in order to fix his own body somehow. I need some cover here. There's another guy over here. I thought I saw something else. But if Silas Forsberg, a chop shop surgical assistant, was found in an apartment in Sonnehomish earlier this week, the body had been there for as long as a month, and Forsberg landlord noticed a racket smell. Contact authorities. Lone Star representatives have issued a statement saying that Forsberg's death has been ruled a suicide. According to reports, his body has massive puncture wounds, and the cause of death was determined to be an overdose of anti-stress medications and sedatives. The man's employer claims he was a dedicated employee, although he suffered from bouts of depression. Forsberg's next of kin could not be located, but the attorney appointed to his estate has located a will written weeks prior, leaving all of his belongings to his psychiatrist. Interesting. The identity of the psychiatrist has not been released due to privacy concerns. Yet another sad end to life, as is far to common here in the scroll. Can go on this group in meat space. Interesting way. No. DNA evidence belongs to a dead man whose death is never explained. He worked with chop shops, which fits with the living guy that you've met. Stay to psychiatrist. Maybe finding out who the psychiatrist will give us a clue. Can hack into the medical board records and reverse trace to find his doctor. You in? Sure, why not? Okay, he'll already have this. Sure, let's go. And here we go again. I think this is the amount of alarm there is. Cyberware. Decker. It doesn't quite say how this shit works, does it? Nope. We'll figure it out as we go along. This is surprisingly easy. Come on, kill him already. There we go. Located 2020-2030. Just from chronic depression, social anxiety, physical abnormalities. In many cases, like as recently, a break of change when children being born. With the parents' physiology, we see there's no telling what sort of brain functions are affected. Prescribed into a series of sedatives last year, that seems to have effect, upping the dosage. Data missing and corrupted. Contact your administrator for help. Fast quite large and takes well over an hour to read through. Final answer, however, is the most significant. Dr. Henry Holmes says overcome significant mental disorders and no longer goes through periods of violent episodes. These medications have proven especially effective, but I believe that being treated by another elf has significantly impacted his treatment. Unfortunately, my efforts to maintain an emotional boundary with him have proven challenging. He has bonded to me in an unhealthy and frankly unnerving way. His hero worship exhibits itself in the form of mimicked speech patterns and adopting my dress. For this reason and for the health of the patients, I'm assigning another doctor to his case. I will inform him at his next session. Okay, so he's basically Dr. Holmes. Okay. Ouch, 10 host damage, eh? Let's see what this one has to tell us. Employment records. Henry Hollings Holmes, MD, PhD. Check his current employment status. Chief Psychiatrist and Administrator at Mercy Mental Hospital, Snohomish, Washington, UCAS. Check previous employers. Mercy Mental Hospital, and private practice before that. Clinic psychiatrist and now proper psychiatrist, okay. Back to meat space again, here we go. I need to take this route, because if I forcefully check out, then I have a problem. Here we go. And we're back. Reality is at the end of the day contextual. And as the meat world comes back into focus, your head once again tries to settle on which world is the real one. Well, the philosophical question lingers your meat body and demands food to drink. You disconnect from your deck to find out that the Union safe house has risen. TB Gruberman. How long have you been in the trade? First day, wondered a bit, never did think it's too subtle. Search is full scale, small scale, blah blah blah. How did you lose it? Some edges were lobbing smokes behind the lines, nothing massive us. And then it just figure that the one I grab ain't a smoker. Got it off, but just barely. Tried my old arm, but good. Got plenty of old scars to remember the moment by as well, but the arm was the big one. Take word of advice from an old soldier, make sure you're never holding a grenade in one hand unless you just pulled the pin with the other. Now that I haven't given you reason to doubt my professional competence, how about we talk turkey? What does he have? No, I don't really care. Or do I have shit to sell? Well, this is stuff I just bought, so screw that stuff. Never mind. I want to get into decking. Decking is too amazing. Yes, hello doctor. Give me that data uplink. She's exhausted. I should also. Okay, Greg. There's not much you can do about it. Out of the ether. Let's take this short moment before. Now, what can I do you for? Everything alright here, Doc? Slow. Trustville. Rough shift. What happened? Always happens somewhere or deals from south. Blah blah blah. Here all the details. All I know is what came in on the lips of the victims healthy enough to still speak. Apparently one of the Baron gangs cleared her off at the local Sayulpa rings, leading to a rolling shootout just through the city streets. Several bystanders were injured, but the real mess didn't begin until the party crashed into the yard of the old industrial plant on our Union Hill. They woke up some sort of toxic spirit, which then began running amok, causing easily as much damage as the initial battle. But we were left to pick up the pieces, of course. I want cyberware. Plus 2 armor, 6 HP. Show us a bone lacing, plastic. Essence after operation 5.5. Is there anything with a 0.5 cost? I'd have to go with one of these. Ooh, the wire reflexes one seems interesting. I wonder, can you increase essence? Let me quickly look this one up. Ah. Essence. Cyberware, essence cost. From the current essence spell down. Can be removed, only upgraded. If you want to upgrade cyberware. Does it say where essence or what essence is? How do you collect essence? Ah, spellcasting makes life force and strong cyberware depletes essence, which causes cooldown times for spells to increase. The number of spell slots available to the caster is equal to half of their essence, rounded down. So I'm going to lose a spell slot this way. Therefore, losing essence can cause spell slots to be permanently lost. You cannot have less than 1 essence. Please, installing cyberware. But the higher I get my spellcasting, the more essence I have. Correct? Spend karma. Okay. Never mind. Let's make sure my assumption is correct here. Body, quickness, ranged combat. This isn't the one. Intelligence, decking, HP control, willpower, spellcasting. Increased spellbook slot. Not yet unlocked. Ley lines visible. Chance to hit. Of certain spells, increasing unlock special abilities. Let me look up if I can increase this. I don't want to wreck myself because this is undoable. Shadowrun Returns Essence. Data check. Only 2 essence left. Higher level cyberware costs less essence. Bring the main campaign up. Okay, from what I can tell, you can't increase it. Okay, I see how it is. Gotcha. I can't buy more of this, but it's nice to have tried. I like to look at your sidewire. It is not possible to get more essence, but you can upgrade the data jack or whatever at a later point. Now dodging this one, cyber arm basic. Placement limbs. Do I want more HP or do I want more armor? Unless I want more body. It costs 2 though. How about I buy none of those quite yet? Plus essence loss. All spell cooldowns by +1. You cannot have less than 1 essence. I'm so afraid that if I do this that I'll permanently be stuck on this, so that I should instead buy 1.5 total. But the fact... Nah, I'm just going to do it like this. Confirm. Never mind. Let's see, how's my pretty little brain doing right now? Cyberware. Here we go. We have a data jack now. Sweet. Talk to Johnny and Fry about the case. This is Merceman. Don't know where Johnny and Fry are. Do I need new armor? I don't know. What is my current armor anyway? Equipment, current armor is... I don't see it listed here. Didn't I put on the ninja outfit? I've got a ninja outfit right now, I remember now. I've got the black hat, apparently. Secure ninja clothing. Surviving is useful. Shock gear armor. Taking off a dead ganger seems like a good idea at the time. Quickness. I'm almost like that I want to take it just because of the epic rabbit face. Customize for the shadows. Strength +1, HP +5. Do I need it though? I have been taking a lot of punishment though. Let's go with it. If you don't buy it, you'll never get anywhere. And what do I have on my current black hat? Intelligence +1. On combat, intelligence. I'll stick with this for now. Here we go. Oh, don't I look like a little badass now? I definitely do. Ah, here's David. Let's talk to David again. Like as you do, you can tell that the case has gotten under his skin just like it has yours. And legendary found exact match through the DNA, but was linked with that chop shop. Just to name of Silas Forsberg. Now I have my theories, but what do you think is going on here? Fantastic. I think DNA evidence doesn't belong to the killer. Possibility. Outside is an autopsy report though. Anything stand out? The face was so mangled that we had to use dental records to identify him. Killed by sedatives. Good catch. Matched up with something I've seen runners dry. It's easy enough to find a body shop that will make a replica set of teeth for you. Find some schlub off the streets no one will miss, swap the teeth and throw the heat off your trail for a while. Lucky I've never been that desperate. But why would he need to go through those lengths? Did the police records have something linking him to a different crime? Got gunning for him. Got on his head on loan, job ship assistant doesn't well. Driving license, plastic surgery. If they want to become a doctor. I think this is beginning to come together. Late Silas left all his belongings to a doctor. Dr. Holmes. Employment records have him as the administrator of Mercy Mental, and the picture on his file matches the person you saw downtown. The same person this DNA belongs to. All the evidence points to him being your killer, whoever he really is. The guy clearly did not want to be found. If I was you, I'd hire a team before heading over there. I sideloaded a ton of valuable data from those Lone Star Matrix nodes. Here is your cut. And the part here is done. You might want to go sticking your head in an hornet's nest, but I'm a little bit more wary of the jobs I take these days. Fair enough, dude. Hardware or software? Cyberdecks. Decking 5. I still want Decking 5, so I can get the Fuji Virtua X. Because there's more program space. Oh, I think this one is my limit. Unless I upgrade this, I can't upgrade this. Confirm. Once I get 3 more, I can get this thing. So let's get this other thing in the meanwhile. So I can use it the moment I got it. Although, if I get it now, well, 6,000, I can hire experts with that. Confirm. Let's just buy it ahead of time. Confirm. I'm just doing a little bit of prep work. A little bit of prep work should be more than enough. Oh, I already spoke to you. No, thank you. Let's talk to this guy. There's a cockroach in my eggs! Well, Jordan is the same as always. Blah 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 blah. Those things when he's know what he's looking. New world magic. Spirits are stirring. Someone set the natural order. Something new, different. Every day was this time. Picking riddles, question and answers. Something out there, no point of life. Blah blah blah. Confounded, etc. etc. What does he have? I don't think I want any of this stuff. Oh wait, cheek casting. Cheek casting is a useful thing to invest in. How high is my cheek casting? Not high enough to buy anything new. I totally forgot I was also going the cheek casting direction. Well, I'll have to survive with what I've got. Where do I go? Hire runners, head to Mercy Hospital. And this is done with Mr. Delilah. Look for runners again. This free service only. Need to hire a crew. Here we go. How about I take a friend? I thought Coyote said she wanted to go on a trip with me sometime. Let's take the same crew as last time around. I liked my previous crew. Shiny Bit, Portex. I don't care if they're relatively expensive or relatively cheap. I've got a free one anyway. Players just don't come to your bidding. Blah blah blah. Who did I have last time around? This guy? Lamia Lead? Should ring a bell. Who did I have? Tames the Air, Hidden Fancies, Jura, Black Hand. I don't remember who I had last time. Not that it matters that much. Was a guy with two weapons, a big one and a smaller one. I don't think he's in here anymore. I didn't get him killed, but... Up close and personal, one hit, one kill. Too expensive. Give me something cheap. Spirits Lives, trick is to convince them that they want what you offer. I already have a shaman. I had a samurai last time. Was it Hidden Fancy? Yeah, it was Hidden Fancy. Okay, I'll go with this group again. I like these guys. What do you have on your legs? Oh, sweet. This guy has alpha legs, eh? Ordinary data jack. Ordinary data jack. Yeah, I like those legs. And this guy was Portex, right? Let's just go and see how it goes. Yes, confirm.